AFTV, good performance by Arsenal today, and what a top performance by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, sharing that golden boot.
Yeah, amazing how we play when we're not under pressure. Good performance from the boys, but it doesn't change what I thought before the game. I don't change my tune.
Which is what?
Which is some of these players need to go. I'm fully behind Emery. I know you're asking people how much they're going to give him out of 10 for this season. I personally cannot blame the manager at this point from the perspective that I think if 1 month ago we all had a hope that we can finish top four, I think it's a lot of that has to go to the players that he's brought in. And I think if we give him another summer, another couple of transfer windows, he's going to bring more of those kind of players like Torreira, like Guendouzi, who was amazing today, I thought.
So if you was in charge, who would you be moving out?
7 to 11 players.
11?
7 to 11. So
7 to 11 players?
Yeah.
That is a proper clear out.
Yeah, it is. But we need a clear out. We've been needing a clear out for some time. I'll tell you what, last summer, we met last year, you and me, after the CSK game. And I think one or 2 weeks later, Arsene Wenger announced that he's leaving the club. And I was, if I had the chance to come here, I would say the same. I would say this last year. I would say, leave these players, the ones that were playing under Wenger, for one more season. I want to see how they do under a different manager. And I think now that the season has ended, we all have a pretty clear idea who we want out from the club. We might disagree over 1 or 2 players, but there are I think we have a clear idea who needs to leave the club. And if you do the counting yourself, I'm sure you're not going to be that surprised yourself. 7 to 11 players is not that big of a number.
Do you think they'll do that though?
Do I think they'll do that? I think yes. I just don't think a lot depends on what we do in the Europa League. If we win in the Europa League and we get that Champions League money, if we get that, because that money is important, because Kroenke is probably not going to give Emery much to spend. So a lot depends on that. But I don't think people make sense when they speak about players like all these big names coming into the club. Like even Wan-Bissaka, he's not going to come into this club for 60 million, because 60 million probably makes half the money we're going to get. Not even. So Zaha, Wan-Bissaka, forget about those names. You're going to have a bunch of new Guendouzis next season. You're going to have new players in the team. A bunch of unknowns, but I trust Emery with that because he's brought in a youngster who's 18 years old and he's had a very good season. So more of those kind of players, more players with this kind of mentality. We have good players here. Can you please ask your mate Claude? I know he wants to sell the whole team. Can we just keep some of them? You know, Aubameyang, Lacazette. You know, all these players who actually deserve to stay. You know, I think when you think about it, they've had a very good season. So yeah, that's what we need to do.
Can we win the Europa League finally?
Yeah, of course. Of course we can win it. Yeah, we're not playing Man City. We're playing Chelsea. If you look at our head-to-head with Chelsea for the couple of last seasons, we were much more superior. I think this season was it 2-0 at home, 3-2 away. We know what could have happened in that 3-2 game. It was only Emery's second game. It could have been much different. But yeah, I think we can win the Europa League. I think Emery has done as well as he could to bring this team as far as he possibly can. If 1 month, like I said, if 1 month ago we had a hope that we can finish in the top four, that's up to his players and that's up to him, up to his tactics. We've done better against bigger teams. We haven't lost against Tottenham once this season in the league. Against Man United, we lost to Chelsea. We could have easily not lost to Chelsea either in Stamford Bridge if you look at the second game. And really, we only lost to Man City twice from the big five. So I think he's improved against the big teams. I think next season he can improve the away performances when he gets the players for his tactics. I do think we need to get rid of. I've been sticking with Xhaka for a long time. I feel bad for him because today he looked, he was training right in front of us, like doing the warm-up, and his head was down. I think before that, I read somewhere today that he said, I'm glad to contribute to Arsenal's history if we win the Europa League. So it's like he almost knows that he's not going to be here next season. I'm not trying to speculate, but I don't think he's the kind of player that we need. So more of the Emery players, less of the Wenger players, and I hope we can look forward to something next season.